Hi, Christina. How are you doing? How's everything?
I'm great. How are you? Good,
Fine,
good.
thank you. Welcome to Colombia. We love you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time today.
No, thanks to you for accepting this interview. We really appreciate it. What made you bet for Spanish music again with guests like Becky G, Nicky Nicole, Nathy Peluso, and now with Ozuna in this new single after 20 years, more than 20 years since Mi Reflejo?
It's been a labor of love. It's been something I've wanted to do for a very long time. I had so much fun, and life is all about experiencing things and doing things that you love. And Mi Reflejo was such a special time in my life, in my what I say childhood. I was barely coming up in the scene at that time. I just released my debut record, and I spent some time in Miami recording that. And I just, anytime I can be around Latin love, Latin music, there's nothing like it in the world. And so I wanted to always come back to it and experience it again, and but really take my time and really dive in again. And last year allowed me that time to go to Miami and surround myself with the best musicians and writers and singers, and I just fell in love with music all over again. But now it's coming from a much deeper place as not only somebody that's been in this career, that's had a career over a few decades long now, but as a mother coming in and also wanting to show my kids this side of themselves, this part of their Latin roots. And when I grew up, I heard the language being spoken a lot as a kid. Like many, my parents got divorced and I didn't hear the language as much. But it's something that I wanted to continue with my kids and really allow them to experience this. They weren't around for my first album in Spanish, so now it's had such a deeper meaning, showing them this isn't mommy's first language, and it's not something that I feel super confident in doing on my own, but this is something that's a part of us, a part of you. And it's never too late to learn something, to experience things that you love, and not shy away from anything because it might be some discomfort at first. So, luckily I was just in such beautiful, amazing hands that just encouraged and supported and helped me create this incredible album that I'm so, so proud of. So, there's nothing like it. So it came at the best time. I'm so happy I didn't do it any sooner, because, I wouldn't have been able to create it from the place that I'm at now, from all aspects, from career to a mom to, personally as a woman.
Which was the hardest thing at the time of going back to recording the language that, as you have said, you heard when you were little from your parents, and maybe in, I don't know, any particular word or pronunciation?
um it's tricky because no matter, you know when you're singing in Spanish too, everybody kind of responds to different dialects. Every territory kind of has their own way of speaking. There's certain slang words, there's certain um different ways to pronounce different, the same words. So it can be a little tricky, and I never want to disrespect, the process of what I'm doing. So I kept it really authentic, and, I definitely had someone helping me, make sure that I was doing everything justice and doing it, the right way, but still with my own feel and my own signature style. So you find your happy medium and your comfort with all of it. But everybody's different. Everybody has a different way of singing things. Everybody has a different opinion. So at the end of it, you have to go with your feeling and your gut. But it's such a fun ride. I'm not going to say it's easy all the time, but who said anything was going to be easy? It doesn't stop me. So it was fun though. And then the talent, the artists that I brought to the table to do these songs with me, like you were saying, Becky G, Nati, Nikki, Ozuna. Like, I just want everything that I do to feel like it comes from a place of love and comes from a place of positivity. And this group of people already has put such a beautiful, labor of love into this album.
Now let's get into business. Tell us about Santo, this new song. It's amazing. And of course, with such a colleague, an artist, what a partner like Ozuna. How was this thing for you?
It was so great. I had recorded the song months and months ago. I went to Miami and did all the music, or I got all the material there. I spent so much time writing and being in the sessions with everybody. And then all of a sudden I got a surprise whenever I got back to LA. They were like, check your email. And so I checked my email, and Ozuna had done his thing on the record, and I was blown away because he not only put his signature style on it, he put some rap on it, he vocalized on it, so he did his thing with that. And he didn't just do like a small little thing either. He really came through with bringing such a fun energy that to me definitely like lifted it in a unique way, having him aboard. I'm so proud of it, and I'm so happy with what he did. But we shot the video in Vegas at the week of the Latin Grammys. So right after I performed with the girls, I got into video mode with Ozuna, and his energy too in person, he was just so chill and fun to be around, but sweet. It didn't feel like this, you never know who you're gonna meet in this business and who's gonna have what ego, but he was just so like nice and was a gentleman, and it was great energy. So very happy about that.
Incredible. And Christina, I want to come back to the album, and especially the title, La Fuerza. I loved the title because it's concrete. It's only 2 words. Why did you choose this Spanish phrase?
Thank you. Well, I think that it embodies much of how I feel. And, even though you say la fuerza, like it means, to strength. And I think we embody that a lot. For me as a woman, we're the backbone. We are the backbone of our families. We represent, being caretakers and nurturers, and sometimes we forget about ourselves in the mix of all that. But, I think it's okay to have vulnerability and moments of weakness, because I think that only, builds your character to be that much more stronger if you're willing to face that, which I think we address a little bit on Somos Nada, is, feeling vulnerable and moments of not having all the answers, but in the end you're going to be strong and you're going to survive the dark moments, and if you can do that, you come out a much better person for it. We're all on our own life paths, and so La Fuerza is definitely embodying the different textures and feels. You have Pa Mis Muchachas, which I did with the girls, who all represent their own form of strength and beauty, and who they are as women. Then you have Ozuna. He represents another, force of nature, which we have a lot of nature references in the video that are sort of ethereal. We go into a world of our own. And then we also, touch on ranchera, which it's called La Reina, which is, the queen. So like, we are touching on the fact that, it's a spin off of, it's almost like an answer back song to Vicente Fernandez, El Rey, where we say, you would be, it's fine, it's great, you're the king, but you would be nothing without your queen. So, we have all different styles and forms of strength and, representing what that is from all different angles, from the ballads to the up tempos to the classic songs that are only the beginning. In this first chapter, there'll be 2 more chapters to come of new music as well, going further into 2022. But we're starting with La Fuerza for now.
And Christina, now that you're talking about 2 more chapters, Why do you decided to release 3 chapters as EPs and maybe not a one and full album?
Yeah, whenever I was there and we were getting all the material, there was so much that we literally were like, oh, there's enough for like 2 to 3 albums. But and I'm a lover of making long albums. But I think for the reason of everybody gets in and out of material so quickly, and we're living in a different space and time where I really wanted to savor the moment of releasing music that was really special to me, and I wanted to carry it out so it kept on feeling fresh and new throughout this year of 2022. I didn't want to sort of do this entire body of work and just let it all be able to be listened to at one thing. I've always done that, but I wanted to try something new, and I wanted to keep the pace going and keep it fresh and fun for the fans to sort of, continue on this listening journey throughout the year, so that they continue to be surprised. Throughout the months to come.
Christina, thank you so much for this time, this interview here in Colombia. Finally, I want you to make the invitation to all of our listeners here in W Radio to go and listen to Santo and this new EP of yours, La Fuerza.
Hey, this is Christina Aguilera on W Radio. Check out my new single, Santo, with Ozuna.